Hey friends, Tux here. For this particular video, I got something really cool for you. This is the Sony Blu-ray player, but more than that, it's really kind of a streaming device. And if you ever thought about cutting the cable, this is a great time to do it. At last check, my cable bill was up to about $265, and I've had someone report in a comment that their cable bill from Comcast was over $300. So that's really crazy. And you know, I will say that I was hesitant to cut the cable for many years, just thinking, okay, my internet's a little bit cheaper if I do the package and blah blah blah. But honestly, it is about it's like night and day. It's about $100 right now for more of a premium internet and no cable, you know. And they give you the Zoomy thing on Comcast, which I do have videos back in the queue. And it's a little streaming box they give you for free, no monthly charge or whatever. But this is something which I've had people say is even better. This is from Sony, and this is actually a Blu-ray player, okay, DVD player, but it also is a streaming device that has Netflix and YouTube and a lot of other things built into it. So a lot of people say this is better, faster, crisper, clearer, and actually since it plays Blu-rays and DVDs, it's much better, you know, and it's not that expensive. This on Amazon, I want to say it's under $100, okay? So it definitely is in line competing against, like, you know, other streaming boxes out there, you know? And if you're thinking about doing something that you still want to play Blu-rays every now and then, or a DVD every now and then, this could be just the ticket, okay? This is how it comes from Sony, and I will have a link for you right below, so be sure and click that link to get yours at the very best price. The holidays are almost here. It's like what, November 1st almost? At the time of filming this, it's October 30th. And definitely, I'm in Christmas shopping mode right now, and now is the time to think about great gift ideas. And this is a cool gift idea that really won't break the bank, and it's something that the person you give it to might use it like every day, forever, for the year, and think of you saying, oh yeah, that person gave me that great Christmas gift from, it's a Sony, you know? He used to say that, it's a Sony, because it has a sign of quality and value with it, you know, which is really good. Okay, back to the box. Sorry, gotta get off my little soapbox there. But anyway, beautiful box, great presentation, loving the little picture of the device, loving the little teal background, looking good. We got the Sony TV up here, product placement, of course. It says built-in Wi-Fi, okay, so that's great. So if you don't want to do the Ethernet thing, which I would kind of recommend for streaming devices, but, you know, like the Zoomy box works off Wi-Fi, so, you know, maybe that's all you need. I don't know. It is quick, okay, for loading, which is great. Screen monitoring, Blu-ray player, DVD player, built-in Wi-Fi, Netflix, YouTube, and various streaming services, okay? So this is the type of thing where if you use a PlayStation 5, and the streaming services on that are probably very similar to the streaming services you have here, but you're not going to burn out your, you know, $500, $600, $700 PS5 just watching TV all the time, you know. So, all right, flipping around here, we got some little pictures on the side talking about streaming, watching, different languages, all that kind of thing. This is BDP-BX370, I should add, and it does come with a remote control. More about that in a little bit, okay? The other side looks exactly the same, and on top here, it does talk about some of the different things it works off of, like it does work off Dolby, which is great. It plays a compact disc, so you could use this as a CD player. That's pretty cool too. DTS, all sorts of good things. You can see all the little logos there. Very cool little player. All right, let's go ahead and open this up and see what we have inside the box. Looks like there's a little bit of tape here or something. And again, this is brand new, okay? And again, under $100, being the fact it's not just, oh, let me get scissors. Scissors here, we'll go ahead and cut into the box. I'm going to try and keep the box nice as always. Looks like just one little piece of tape, not too bad. On the top here, I did notice it's pretty interesting. It has compact disc, check. DVD, check. Blu-ray, check. So it's really cool. This really wants to highlight the fact it does these things that other streaming boxes do not do. Okay, so very cool. We'll pop this open here, and oh, look, we got some cool accessories here. Lots of good stuff. We have, it comes with the HDMI cable. You know, guys, I do love new cables with new devices. I don't need this, but you know what? It's nice they pack one in, because sometimes you do have a, you know, HDMI cable or whatever go bad, and it's just inconvenient not having them. So I just love to have extra ones on standby, and it is from Sony. This is a nice quality, thicker HDMI cable, so love it. Inside here we have some other things. We got the power supply. This is not like a USB-C. This is a normal, like, Sony branded proprietary power supply with its own little end. Let me show you this real quick here. Okay, so this does have like a normal end you have to use. It's not like USB or whatever. And the end here is a Sony branded power supply, so pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and see what else we have. We have batteries, which I love the fact it actually includes some AAA's, Sony AAA batteries. I don't know if you see that, Sony. Very cool. Got the batteries. And here is remote control, okay? And I'll talk more about this in a second, okay? But let's go ahead and pull out the player. Here we go. We got that, and it looks like there is a book in here too. There we go. On the subject of the remote control, I love a nice quality remote control, you know, and this one is kind of small, I'll be honest with you. That doesn't jump out at me as being like super cool, big remote control. Although I know the trend lately has been for smaller remote controls with devices, a smaller plastic footprint or whatever. But I think this looks pretty good. I do love the fact it does have Netflix, Home, and Favorite. The Favorite was kind of interesting. And it does feature things you see on TVs like that yellow, blue, red, green color coding up there for different features, which is nice. We have menu buttons. We have easy. These are nice grippy buttons too, I should say. And there's a nice glossy black behind the arrows here, as you can see, in like a little triangle. So very cool stuff. It does feature subtitles as its own button, which is really helpful. I always hate when subtitles go on and you don't want them on and you have to go like 9 clicks deep in a menu to turn them off. So nice they have it right there. An audio button, that's pretty cool. Muting TV up, down volume. This could be a little bigger, I think. But all in all, a pretty cool little remote control. And it, of course, is branded Sony there at the bottom. So very nice. And again, I really do appreciate the fact they include batteries with the device. Love it. Okay, moving on to the player. We'll pull this out of its little protective little anti-static bag, and very sharp looking player. Like interesting to have like a glossy black here and the rest is matte black. This is metal. This is plastic, I believe. Plastic? It sounds like metal, but maybe it's just dinging against this metal back here. So very interesting. The front of it here, we do have the Sony logo, wireless LAN built in, and there is a USB stick option here, okay? And what makes that really interesting is the fact that even Sony is against pirating movies and such, you could theoretically plug something in there like a stick with a whole bunch of movies or anime or music or whatever you want in there. So it's pretty cool they have that. Love it. And then there is a eject button and a power button there. And we'll show more about the operation. I believe this whole thing flips down. It's like a flip down. On the back of it here, we feature power in. Okay, so again, very simple. If you're not sure what this is all about, you plug your power yellow end into the yellow plug. Very simple, color-coded piece of cake. I'm sure you got that. Okay, the HDMI I'm not going to plug in right now, but this cable right here plugs right into there. There is a Ethernet LAN, which I think, especially for streaming video, it kind of goes faster. It's better to go do that than Wi-Fi, although Wi-Fi has been catching up, and streaming devices I know are definitely inclined to, a lot of them are dropping the Ethernet, you know, but it's nice it gives you that option, you know, and it's really cool. It does actually have a digital out coax, so for sound, so if you are plugging this into a big stereo or something, a home theater system, you have that option. So very cool stuff. And it does have Dolby True HD there, very cool. HDMI, DTS, Java, all your little logos on there. Very cool. At the bottom, we got some rubbery feet, and very simple box. The glossy part here is a little bit of a fingerprint magnet, so maybe I shouldn't touch that. Let me go ahead and plug this in, and we'll show you what it looks like opening the door. Okay, so we got the Blu-ray player plugged in, and now it is time to put the batteries in the remote and try and power this on. Let's see, we'll pull out our little Sony batteries. Again, very nice touch. I cannot tell you how excited I am that includes batteries. You know, it always stinks having like a new device and then not having batteries for it. So I definitely applaud Sony on their including these Sony branded batteries with these Sony branded products. So way to go, Sony. All right, we're gonna pop those AAAs in there just like that. Very simple. And we'll go ahead and boot this up here. We're gonna go ahead and power. Looks like the green button there in the upper corner. There's a small light right here. It's probably a little hard to see with the bright lighting going on, but they just have a power button here. And then to eject, we just hit that, and it pops down the lid, and the whole CD tray comes out, or DVD tray, or Blu-ray tray, or whatever you want to call it. So very sleek, looks good. Actually, I kind of like the fact it kind of covers the tray. It gives it kind of a cool aesthetic look to it. We'll hit eject again here and pop that back in. Maybe, maybe not. There we go. A little bit of lag there, a little lag. Let's try this one more time here, maybe because it's new. All right, so we're opening, nice and fast, closing, Nice and fast. Maybe there's a hiccup, who knows? But anyway, it seems like it's all good to go. Opening, closing. If that becomes a problem, I'll make a follow-up video or have some additional notes. It seems like it's absolutely fine now, but it was kind of funny how on that first little click, it was not necessarily closing, but it's nice and fast now. So anyway, I say that's a nice, attractive unit. Loving it. Let's go ahead and plug this in and take a look. Upon hooking it up, you can actually link things via computer. This is a computer monitor here. Things like Netflix, Fandango at home, YouTube, Tubi, and more. Pandora Radio or Pandora, Slacker Radio, and more. I did find it a little weird that I don't see some of the apps I was expecting, like Disney Plus, on here. But I believe that this is an updating issue, which I'm going to have to look further into. Okay, so here's a shot of the menu just kind of off the TV. Sorry for that, it's shooting off the TV screen image, but it looks crisp, it's big, you can see it from the couch. The only complaint I have is I wish it had more apps, and maybe it's an updating issue, but it seems like it's missing some apps I would suspect should be on here, because they're on PlayStation 5. You know, YouTube, Netflix are on here, you can select favorites. All in all, it's a pretty good looking display. The biggest problem is the fact it doesn't have some apps which I thought should be on here that aren't. Okay, to recap, this is a Sony Blu-ray player, DVD player, and a CD player, BDP-BX370, okay? This is available from Amazon, and we'll have a link for you right below. And again, this can make a great holiday gift. If you're thinking about cutting that cable, do it. Cut that cable, save the money, and actually you'll find that everything you want pretty much is on streaming anyway. And the fact this has apps you're going to use, actual good apps, like that's a huge plus. And it does, I like the fact it doesn't have all the clutter and trash of like the Zoomy player, which again, video back in my queue, has a lot of apps, but a lot of them are things I don't really use, you know, so it's cool this one actually has good useful apps, things I'll actually use. And if you do actually have movies on your PS5, you can go ahead and transfer that over so you can watch them on this player. But, you know, I think the big take home on this is the fact that it has the Blu-ray player, DVD player, CD player. So if you're someone like me who has a bunch of physical media but doesn't really play it a whole lot, you know, it's really nice to have that option that you can actually play your physical media again, you know, adding value to stuff that you already own. You know, there's nothing weirder than owning a copy of a Blu-ray movie and then deciding you want to watch it, but it's like, oh man, it's such a drag on to pull up the, you know, the player or the disc, find it and stick in the PS5 and make sure I'm online and boot up the PS5 and blah blah blah, you know, it's, or Xbox or whatever, you know, standalone player. It's great. It actually has everything kind of built in. So if you're using this as your main streaming device for, you know, Netflix, YouTube, whatever you might be watching, and then if you want to watch a Blu-ray, it makes it very simple to pop it in. You know, the picture quality is excellent, the sound quality is excellent, and the value being under $100 is a fantastic value. This could make a great gift for you or someone you love, you know, or maybe both. Buy one for you and buy one to give as a gift to someone to encourage them to cut that cable, okay? If you guys have any questions about this particular Sony Blu-ray DVD player, CD player, let me know in the comments below or shoot me a message to tuxtoys@gmail.com. You guys know I'm here to help, okay? I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Really appreciate it. And if you have any questions, I'm here for you, all right? Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Click the link.